Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back on the bridge, and today we got some things to go over from the X, YouTube, and Stowe Reddit. So on screen. Yes, captains, before we get into this video, do us a huge favor and hit that like button to help the channel out. But also, if you're new here, welcome. Consider subscribing to the YouTube bridge. We're always on the lookout for like-minded captains to share our love, passion for Star Trek Online, but also things Star Trek. Now, with that said, here we go. Captains, well, as I mentioned, we have things to go over. So what we're going to do is just drop the ECs on what we found, discuss a little bit, and then, of course, at the end, give our conclusion. So, captains, we know that Star Trek Online is in the process of transitioning to DECA games. And with that, for the last 6 months, we've seen some devs exit. And, well, unfortunately, we have another one of our devs exiting. And this time it is Jesse Heinig, which is so weird because he was actually just on the recent 10 Forward stream. And I didn't really hear any indication of it. But of course, maybe he didn't want to say anything yet. But so let's go over his post here on the X. So I've worked on Trek Online games for over 13 years. That's crazy. During this time, I've worked with extraordinary people, making missions and stories set in the Star Trek universe. I've written dialogue, read by Trek actors, and explored strange new corners of old plot threads. Of all the times Twitter failed to upload my remaining goodbye posts, so I'll just say goodbye to Star Trek Online and onward to the future. So, kind of sucks, really sad to lose another veteran dev for Star Trek Online, but from us, of course, here on the YouTube bridge, we wish Jesse nothing but luck in his future endeavors, and to thank him, of course, for all the work he has done for Star Trek Online. Again, he was just on the recent 10 Forward stream, and to just see that like literally days after kind of hits a little bit in the field. But it is what it is. As we'd mentioned before, you know, our devs also have family, loved ones that they have to take care of. So they have to do what's best for them. And all we can do is just wish them the best. Hopefully, his knowledge was passed on to the next dev that will be taking over his place, but also more importantly to DECA. Because we know that over time, Cryptic will play less and less of a role of like majorly developing Star Trek Online, but more of a supportive role to DECA on what they do to Star Trek Online. But again, Jesse Heinig, good luck. Kind of sucks that we didn't get you a chance here on the bridge to maybe do an interview with you. Been trying to get a hold of Master Kale now for the last year, and it's been crazy. I've gotten no response. And I know he's busy, but I'd love to still hopefully have you here, if anything, talk about your time in Star Trek Online. So again, Jesse, good luck. Now, speaking of which, from that stream that they did here 3 days ago as of this video, they showed the Romulan and KDF Dyson ships. Now, when I was going over the sort of goodbye post, I actually saw that here on Reddit. So this is what I saw. So seeing this again after making this video here, or before making this video, I went back up here and saw the Federation Dyson ships. So they only showed us the two, and that was the Romulan and KDF versions. Now we get to see the Federation. And I to be honest, my caps, when these ships first came out, and this is just, I just Googled this, of the three ships, I was really, really disappointed actually in the Federation one. It just did not look good to me, personally. I get it. It's sort of just something that they wanted to put together and include. But of the three, I actually did enjoy more so the Romulan version. It just looked like a very sleek version of the Derpadex, the Dederadex, especially when you put the Romulan skin on it. It looked really good and very classic looking. The Federation didn't look very classic looking. It had a big split in the middle of the saucer, because this has modes. It has like an attack mode or something, and the gimmick there, it just didn't really do it for me, to be honest. And I really would have hoped that the new version, T6 version coming, would have been nice. Now, funny enough, here was sort of some concept art here of what this could look like, and of course we got the final version here. But when I look at this and what could have been, there's not really a lot that I kind of liked within the sort of designs here. But again, it is what it is. Having said that, here is the post. Again, this is courtesy of Andy J here, and got some screenshots here. So again, as you can see, it really just takes from its old predecessor of the Dyson Federation ship. Still has a huge split in the middle. Now, it does look a little better in terms of the shape. What I had the problem with the Federation one here, it's just kind of the lines made it look sort of off for me. And maybe how it was kind of rounded off in certain areas, the nacelles, the secondary hull. But this looks a little better. Not so much of those lines, but you can still see some of the influences from that top view. The deflector still has that split in the middle there that I'm just not a huge fan of. I wish you can kind of just get rid of that. It looks a little bit more sleeker, and this shot, the last shot, actually, from this profile, it does look good. I'm not gonna lie, this does look more sleeker. The cells look a lot more aligned with Federation look, along with the sleekness, with the of course, neck design that's we've been seeing over the last years from Star Trek, with them taking out the necks on some ships, and I don't mind it. But if we're going to be honest here, between the three ships, still looking at them, the Romulan still actually wins that. Now let's see if we can actually just see that here quickly. Actually, we don't have to go here. Pause that actually, because we have the 10 forward here where they showed it. Just scroll here quickly.
Okay, that goes.
Put the volume out there. Again, to kind of have a look. So that's the Romulan version. And again, looking at the Romulan here, I loved it, and I loved how they actually kept sort of the sleekness of it carrying over.
Captain on the bridge.
Oh, yes, Captain on the bridge, as that video and all of our intros always go over. But I'm glad they kept that sleekness there moving forward with the T6 Dyson ship. It looks good. I do like it when it comes to the T6 version. Now the KDF version, I think they showed it before this one here. Showed it before this one. Such a quick. Well, that was quick. Jeez. Let's do this here. Scroll it here. I thought I had it here already, but no. The KDF version here had that hammerhead look again to it. And when you look at the KDF one here, again, of the three, this was kind of the second better looking one. I can't say it's my favorite, but you know, it had the Klingon designs to it, definitely. And when you go to the T6 version, this just reminds me of the Madha Raptor with the Quib sort of and Tamir head Klingon. But of the three so far that we've seen, definitely the Romulan is the better one, and was the better one of the three when you had the ships come out here, in my opinion. So with this Federation one here, it's not really doing much for me. Again, we're going to go over it a little bit more when we go over the blog when they drop that. I'll still obviously have some ECs to drop, but as I mentioned, of the three, definitely the Romulan one is giving me the better of the looks in terms of all the three ships in their T6 form. So thought we dropped that because we saw it as we were going over Jesse's goodbye post here. So again, going back to this, Jesse, thank you. That's all we can really say for your hard work and for what you contributed here to Star Trek Online. Captains, I'd love to know in the comments below your thoughts, of course, with another dev exiting, but also on this Federation Dyson ship. Let me know what you think of it. If that's something you're going to get. Now, I know from comments that I've seen over the years, a lot of people actually, one, have been waiting for the T6 version, two, have been flying the T5 version because they actually like it, and that's okay. Fly what you like, because at the end of the day, captains, you are the one on your bridge flying the ship. So I'd like to know in the comments below which of the three, though, is your favorite. And of course, subscribe here to the YouTube bridge, and we will leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.